Good day, everybody. I am in the car with Trinity and Kenzie and heading back from the park. As you can tell by my red face, it's kind of cold today, but it's a nice sunny day, so we had a nice little walk in the park. Wanted to talk real quick today about a couple things. First and foremost, a channel announcement. There will be an Ammu-Nation live stream tonight at 10 p.m. on this channel, as well as X and Twitch. That's 10 p.m. Ammu-Nation 46, I believe it is. And also, if you're not aware already, I do Friday night, late night gaming live streams. I wouldn't call them really that late. I start at 10 again. Typically, I'm playing City of Heroes because it's now a part of my life again. I played it back when it first launched, back in my early 30s. And then played it up until it went away. Basically, NCSoft bought the game from Cryptic Studios, and NCSoft didn't see a market for it, and they shut it down. Fast forward years later, a private server has been running all these years for a guy and a few of his friends and a few people in the know. That went public. They all were biting their fingernails, worrying that NCSoft would pull the plug. Turns out they didn't care, and now they've given them their blessing, saying Homecoming is now the official home for City of Heroes, as licensed by NCSoft. So it's now, it's kind of unprecedented. I've talked about this before. It's now a legal private server that anyone can join. It's free to play. There's no microtransactions. There's no, pay to win. None of that. You go and play for free. You don't have to support the people, but you can go on Patreon and support them so they can keep providing updates. And they have been. They've been unlocking new power sets, new costume sets, new villain types. This whole way along, basically because it's a passion project. They're not making any money on it. They're doing it because they love the game, and they know that there's thousands of people around the world who love the game also. So, Friday nights, 10 p.m. on my channel. It's called Friday Late Night Gaming, I think is the title of the live stream on Twitch. I normally just call it City of Heroes Homecoming or City of Heroes, and then some little title. I did it last night, did a live stream. Irving Twin was in attendance. He was keeping me company, reading the comments, that kind of stuff. It's a good time. We have some fun, so come on out and join it. But that's not exactly what I want to talk about today. Getting a little off track here. What I really want to talk about was if you haven't been living under a rock, or if you're paying attention to things that go on in the world, Matt Taibbi, Michael Shellenberger basically released a story regarding Obama-era CIA coordinating spying on Trump. Remember back in 2015, 2016 when Trump said, they're spying on me. They're bugging me and they're spying on me, kind of thing, right? And it was, he's crazy, he's unhinged, he can't be president, he's going on these crazy conspiracy theories. Yeah, it turns out it was true. It was all true. Ran a yellow, that's okay. It was all true. Trump was right, as he always is. They were spying on him. Now, people say, well, Obama didn't know. It was the CIA. It was the deep state. Oh, you're admitting there's a deep state now. Okay. So, yes, the CIA cannot spy on Americans legally. The NSA can collect metadata on their online conversations and the like, but they can't specifically target U.S. citizens without proper warrants, right? In order to get those warrants, they go to something called the FISA Corp, which is supposed to be for espionage and terrorism-related warrants, right? So basically, we want to spy on an American citizen. We need a warrant for that. We go to the FISA courts. Now, a lot of criticism about FISA. Apparently, they hand out warrants like they're Cracker Jack toys. In the case of Trump, the first FISA just said, I'm not giving you authorization to do this. This is all nonsense. It's hearsay. So, and getting a little ahead of myself here. The application for the warrant was predicated on the Steele dossier, which we now know was bunk, and was created by, was it Christopher Steele, I think his name was? Christopher Steele? Yeah, Richard Steele? Anyway, some Brit intelligence dude, created by him, at the request of MI5 or MI6. And MI5 did it at the request of the CIA. Because you see, they're all part of this group called Five Eyes. See, the thing is that while CIA can't legally spy on American citizens, they've got no issue with foreign governments spying on their citizens. So it's a little tit for tat. CIA says, hey, there's this, I wonder if you could look into some data for us about this this character, Donald Trump. We think he's got relations to some foreign nationals, some hostile entities in another country. You got any information on that? We can't spy on him, but maybe you've come across some stuff. This is how it works, right? So yeah, so they get this Steele dossier. That's the predicate for the FISA warrant. First judge says, no, I'm not giving you that. They changed the FISA application to indicate that Christopher something or other, one of Trump's associates, was in fact an active intelligence agent, when in reality he had been an intelligence agent. Anyway, I'm getting a little lost in the weeds here. Long story short, Trump was being spied upon illegally by the Obama administration. Obama, of course, can claim no knowledge of this because it was done by covert entities within the so-called deep state. But it's another indication that Trump was right. And if they would do that to the president before he became president, I don't even think he'd been elected at that point. He was just, yeah, he was still campaigning, and it was, I think they were genuinely afraid he was going to win, even though they said that, you know, Hillary's going to, you know, 20 times more likely to win than Trump, kind of thing, right? Anyway, they were genuinely scared that he was going to win. So they said, we got to do something to take him out at the knees. And so they did. They weaponized the intelligence apparatus in the United States and foreign intelligence to try and take him down with bogus, salacious accusations. And now they're trying to take him out in the courts. They're trying to basically undermine his campaign and trying to sully his name as far as they can, as much as they can, to keep him from becoming president. And that's the whole reason Nikki Haley's still in the race. She's in it as like, look, if he, for whatever reason, goes to jail, I'm the incumbent. I'm the one who has the most delegates because she's the only one who's staying in the race. I mean, it's kind of shrewd on her part, but she has no actual legitimate chance of winning otherwise, of becoming the nominee otherwise. But that's what they're planning on doing. Keep Trump out of the race, make it so Trump can't run, and then she becomes a de facto Republican nominee. Or they do a brokered convention. This is all stuff that Styx Hexenhammer's been talking about. Another thing I wanted to touch base on, for more about the Schellenberger Matt Taibbi story, for a little bit of background, Tucker Carlson just did an interview with a guy whose last name is Benz, B-E-N-Z, but I can't remember what his first name is. Anyway, he did a deeper dive into media, censorship, and the intelligence apparatus of the United States and the Western world in general, and how it basically used intelligence, social media, to undermine democracy all over the planet. It's really interesting. It's a really interesting interview. It's about an hour long. It's Saturday. You can probably find an hour. I encourage you all to watch it. I encourage you all to look into the Schellenberger Taibbi story. I have not read it. I've only watched pundits talk about it, and I've gleaned a few details from it. Plus, I've been paying attention to the whole thing, the whole Russiagate thing, Spygate thing, however you want to frame it, from way back. When story first broke. So I'm kind of informed on it. Not as informed, obviously, as Taibbi and Schellenberger. So if you can find their story, go ahead and read it. You know, I got to hand it to Taibbi. He's politically, him and I don't mesh, but he is essentially the only investigative journalist still working in legacy mainstream media. Him and Schellenberger, Barry Weiss, none of whom are, you know, partisans. They're legit journalists, and they're doing the job that, you know, of the CNN and MSNBC's Fox News should be doing, but they ended up becoming mouthpieces for the establishment government. But it is what it is. Anyway, I'm home now. Live stream tonight, 10 p.m. on this channel, Ammunition 46, Irving Twin. Hopefully he's not too hungover. He got pretty drunk last night. She gets very excited about being home for some reason. Have a good night, folks, or have a good day, folks. I'll talk to you all later. Take care. Bye-bye.